Bonelab released on Thursday to almost fanatical praise and overwhelmingly positive reviews across the board. The hype train was real. The AAA drought is over. Bonelab is our VR saviour. All praise to Brandon and stress level 0. So why am I not feeling the hype? I think we'd better get straight into it then, and remember, we're born to respawn. Before we start, I've opened up channel membership, so if you enjoy this video, you can now join me and help support the madness. Bonelab is here. It is with us. You can now buy and jump into the experimental physics world of MythOS, and the internet has gone mad. The embargo lifted on Thursday at 6 PM GMT, and YouTube was flooded with videos hyping Bonelab to the max. Some really big YouTubers like Thrillseeker just broke the embargo altogether and released his video early, but he is the world's biggest Boneworks fan, so it was no wonder, to be honest. I did not get early access. I had to wait with everyone else to access the game, and as always, I like to finish a game or at least get a big chunk of it done before making my mind up and writing my review. Anyone waiting in the wings to say that because I didn't get early access, this review is all sour grapes. It isn't. I'm a small channel and probably get early access to 10-15% of game releases. I never let that cloud my judgment. So, here we are, 4 days after the launch of Bonelab. I have completed the game, and here is some pushback against the hype. Bonelab is not the second coming. It is an experimental VR sandbox physics game with a loose story hung around its frame, much the same as Boneworks. If you enjoyed Boneworks, you will enjoy this. If you did not enjoy Boneworks, think long and hard before buying. It is a full physics-based game where you have a physical body, arms, legs and weight. You move around the world by walking, running, jumping and climbing, plus everything in the game has a physical presence. If an object looks heavy, it is heavy. If you pick up a two-handed weapon, you need two hands to swing it properly. Enemies have ragdoll physics, can be grabbed, thrown, stabbed, shot, and they will react reasonably realistically. It is a physics playground that is very well implemented. The gunplay is an absolute highlight. The weapons all have a different feel, they reload realistically. Firing them is a physical delight, from the smooth precision of two-handing a Glock to the near recoil-free one-handed joy of the MP5K to the ultimate accuracy of the M4 when you really need those headshots on those security units. So far so AAA amazing, best game ever insane, eh? No! Sorry. This is a breakdown of how I felt playing Bonelab's campaign. 50% boredom, 25% confusion, and 25% joy, usually when in combat or the excellent trials mode. This is not a game, it's a glorified tech demo. I don't want to play Cargo Managed Simulator. I don't want to play a really bad Mario Kart clone. I don't want to play Giant Tempin Bowling. So why force me? Yes, here are the 6 demo areas. Do you want to play them now or later? Later's fine, thank you. I'll finish the game first and come back. What? No, I have to go and play the 6 demos to progress. Then have to follow it up with the most boring game of move A to B, because why? I can hear the fanboys fizzing in the background and screaming, "What about the lore?" Well, what about it? I had to go watch a 21-minute long video on the lore to understand it, and I played and finished the original Boneworks on PC. You do not play Bonelab for the story. It's just throwaway. And also this, nausea. I've been playing VR games since 2016 and have very strong VR legs. I suffered more than one bout of nausea while playing Bonelab, which is very unusual. I was at the start of the mine dive level when I accidentally let go of the gun. Cue probably the worst 5 minutes of my whole VR experience as I tried to regain control and sit up properly. In the end, to prevent myself from vomiting all over the mat cave, I had to quit and restart, and yes, I did get it all on camera. So what do you play Bonelab for? The excellent sections in the otherwise tedious story campaign where you're actually using the fun physics and excellent gunplay to fight waves of enemies. One of the highlights was during my live stream in the arena playing Zombie Warehouse on Void and trying to refill the Void canisters and open a portal to escape while fighting various types of scary zombies. Just manic fun, and what Bonelab's campaign should have been. Fun. Just to put a final stamp on this review, I have finished the game. I did get dropped off by Node in the taxi. I was left in that place staring at that board and thinking, is that it? And yes it was. So, in conclusion, I hope that all the Quest owners who never played Boneworks and bought into the hype aren't totally disillusioned by Bonelab. There is fun to be had, just not in the campaign, and the mods and sandbox spaces are where this game will shine in the future. It's just so disappointing that once again we are buying into a game that may or may not be great once the mod community gets behind it. Bizarrely, in its current state, Bonelab is a demo of how good Bonelab could be in the future. My final thought, as a Quest owner new to the Bonework universe, do not buy this game if you're looking for a fully fleshed out story campaign with purpose and direction. Bonelab is not that game. If you love the original, then Bonelab is more of the same. But this time the devs have hard-baked mods directly into the game for ease of use. I have no doubt that in a few months' time some very clever people will have come up with some very clever mod levels, and it may be time to revisit MythOS and see what's what. Me? Nah. Sorry, the frustration, boredom and nausea far outweighed the times the game clicked with me, and I will be a hard sell to get me back into Bonelab. As always though, what do you think? Have you played Bonelab? Is this the first time you played a Boneworks style game? Have you enjoyed yourself? You know the drill. Get involved and comment down below. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other side.